imagine somewhere out there on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever content creators happen to be that are just crapping all over Google Stadia are doing this right about now. I told you so, man. I told you. All right, so the problem lately with Google and Google Stadia has been their public relations, their PR, their marketing for Stadia as a whole. And while a few months ago, if you would ask me if Google Stadia was even something I could consider, I would have been like, nah, no, at least not right off the bat. And eventually as time went on, I'm like, okay, a lot of this stuff starts to make sense. You know, this is the future of gaming. And, you know, I want to be on the ground floor. I want to be able to kind of see how Google Stadia was going to be the true front runner when it came to bringing cloud gaming to the market. And I know they're not the first, they won't be the last. And of course, you know, Microsoft with xCloud is really going all in, and that is going to be their biggest competitor. I think PlayStation now is probably at the moment maybe gonna sit in third place, because PlayStation, yes, they have cloud gaming, yes, it's in their future, but it's not something that they're really at the moment focused on, where Microsoft is definitely focused on it. Google obviously is focused on it, but something's been happening over the weekend. A lot of people, myself included, were finally charged for their Google Stadia Founders Edition. However, some other people have not been as lucky, and I wanted to kind of go over this quick post over on Reddit on the Stadia subreddit. And this is like the one place on the internet where you can really find some positive things people are saying about Stadia. And Stadia is new, it's unknown, so people are like, well, I don't trust it, it's new. And the thing is, there's a lot of content creators mentioning, you know, oh, you have to pay $10 to get this and blah blah blah, and well, Xbox Game Pass, you just pay this and you get all these games. And they always make that argument, and this is definitely a different video for that, but I just want to say this immediately, like, okay, you're paying a subscription fee for, say, Xbox Game Pass, and none of those games you get to keep. Stadia, yes, you have to pay an additional fee on top of that to to buy those games, but in the same realm, you don't have to keep that $10 subscription to be able to play those games that you bought. That's the thing. I mean, with Game Pass, once you unsubscribe, boom, you lose access to all those games, and all that money just kind of goes away. And I get the possibility with Stadia, you know, you don't have the 4K gaming with it, but 1080p is still, you know, you can still make just fine playing that. But anyway, separate topic for a separate video. Point is, we're talking about Founders Editions getting canceled, and this one, I believe, is definitely not in America, but this is still a problem because people have had this pre-ordered for a while now, and in this particular instance, he had pre-ordered for about 5 months. And just a couple days before release, he gets the email notification that, hey, your order has been officially canceled. And when talking to support teams, he found out that it had to do with fraud protection because the billing address and shipping addresses weren't matching up. And this is a problem for many reasons. I definitely get that there's going to be an automated system for fraud protections, and that should absolutely be in place, because there are instances where maybe, you know, this could happen and it needs to be there. This case, it doesn't. So when this happens, and I think it should be happening all the time, is that customers that are pre-ordering things or just buying things in general like this need to have that ability to say, yeah, that's me, send it here and send it then. Like, that should be a thing. And the fact that this guy who's been hoping to have Stadia, has been looking forward to Stadia since he pre-ordered over 5 months ago, he's now not going to be able to play on day one as a founder, and he won't be able to have that founder's badge or the founder controller, which to some people is really important. To me, I think the blue controller you get with the Founders Edition is the best looking controller they have at the moment. And if I got mine canceled and I had to go to a Premier Edition, I'd have been kind of a little upset too, just for the fact that I like that controller. It looks great. What if mine got canceled? Would I pre-order the Premier? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't want to know if I would or not, but the fact of the matter is, this guy's Founders Edition was canceled because of this. So obviously he wants to get off, gets this off his chest, especially when everyone is excited that their payment is withdrawn and their Founders Edition is around the corner. And he said as he woke up today, he checked this board as usual and got hyped. And like I said, people are excited for Stadia, so then he wants to be one of those people like say, all right, my card got charged. And by the way, a sidebar, people are posting the same thing on this subreddit, and while it's cool that there's a lot of positivity going around, and I love that, it does kind of get a little annoying after, the 20th post, like, hey, my card got charged, man, yay. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, 20 other people did too, we know. It's just part of the process. It's coming, we know, it's coming, get ready. But Google, this thing is kind of a problem when you've had people that are jumping on this train for quite a while now, and they're excited. They're ready to try out something new that you're bringing to the table, something groundbreaking, and you're just canceling these orders seemingly out of nowhere just for a fraud protection that's automatically in place. And I hope that this original poster, he does get some kind of compensation for. He does get the ability to get the Founders Edition badge, get the Founders Edition controller, but I honestly don't see it happening that way for him. And I don't think he has an update of sorts in terms of, well, this is what's going to happen. And this isn't good. This isn't a good look, and the PR coming into Tuesday's release has just been very underwhelming. The fact that we got the launch lineup just a few days ago is kind of alarming. Typically when you get like say a movie trailer, let's talk about the Sonic trailer for example, since that's in the news, is when the original one came out, you didn't really see Sonic in the trailer all that much, and there's a reason, because he looked terrible. Now go to the newest one I just released last week, you saw him almost the entire length of it because they were proud of it. He looked good, it was funny. Like, usually when a company is very quiet about a new release coming out, or just anything in general towards a specific date that is coming up in their timeline, and they're kind of quiet about it, usually things aren't going well. And the fact that this poster had problems talking to support, including a support team member that had no idea what Stadia was, that is an issue. Because you shouldn't have the support number and people talking to you be like, what's Stadia? It's like, dude, it's Google's newest thing coming out. How do you not know what it is? And the fact that this isn't even the only guy that's had this issue, and it's typically been this exact thing where someone's maybe like gifting Stadia to someone, so the name on the card doesn't reflect the name on the shipping address, and it's causing these cancellations due to the fraud protection. That this kind of thing should have been kind of in Google's mind, that people are going to buy this as a gift for people, so why are you canceling? Like, shouldn't you want more people to spend more money on your product? I would assume so. So this, like I said, this is not a good look for Google. Hopefully this guy gets it rectified. I'll leave the link to this actual post in the description so you can kind of go through the entire comment section as well. But as much as the positive things I want to say about Stadia lately, you don't want to be ignorant and not look at the negative things too, because this isn't a good look, especially because you only get one chance to be a founder, and this guy at the moment is not going to have that chance. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully it gets it fixed. And if there's an update, I'll update that as well. But let me know what you think about Google's launch coming up here on Tuesday. Like I said, my card got charged, so hopefully I get it Tuesday morning. We can unbox it, and then later on in the day we'll stream a little bit of Destiny from Stadia. Hopefully it goes well. And of course, it's the last day for the giveaway for the Buddy Pass that I get with it. So link for that in the description as well. So you can possibly join the club come Tuesday and play a little bit of Stadia and find out what it's all about. But until then, again, like this video because it really does help us out. Get subscribed, share this with a friend that's interested in Google Stadia, and well, they need to know that these kind of bad things do happen. And hopefully, you know, like I said, for the third time, hopefully this guy gets fixed. But until then, thank you and party on.